Hi guys, so with Warhammer 40k Leviathan box set now out, it seemed the perfect time to upgrade my kill zone board with a Hive ship section. As you can see, my kill team board here currently has 3 different types of sort of spaceships merged into one, which is just awesome. And obviously I love the fact that everything here is magnetized. So all the pillars are, all the walls are, which makes things, well, easy to knock over like that. But no, makes things easy to sort of change and move around. There's no sort of clipping, unclipping, popping bits off. It really is a case of just pick a bit up, move it around, pop it back down, job done. And I play once a week with my mate and, well, absolutely love this game. And that's why I've made it in such a way that I can keep upgrading and updating, well, everything on it really. And as you can see, I've made a nice little section here for the old dice, the tokens, the health sort of bar, sort of bits and pieces. And yeah, it's just nice and easy, convenient, and, well, I think it looks pretty good. And here's my current kill team, and that's the Legionaries. And yeah, I just love the sort of gameplay of these, as well as obviously how they look. Although I will be changing my my team soon, to keep an eye out for that. And this is my mate's team. So as you can see, I really did want my my kill zone board to look like it is made of a variety of different sort of looking spaceships. And yeah, these are all made by the wonderful creator Fabricators Layer. There's a link down below, guys. Go check them out. As yeah, they did a Kickstarter with originally 2 different sort of spaceship walls, and as you can see, there's obviously a 3rd one here, and they've just now released their 4th one, just in time for the Leviathan, as it is a Hive-looking ship, which is perfect for all your lovely Tyranids to go in. So as I say, obviously I've made this board in such a way that these tiles can just pop up nice and easy and be replaced. There's obviously lights underneath, and there's also tubing here, because I can connect my smoke machine up to this thing as well. Which is why I love these floor panels that have obviously the gaps in them, because I can make smoke come up yeah, in between, which I say is just awesome. So everything you see here, it has been made by Fabricators Layer, even these little clips on the bottom that the floorboards go on. So go check them out. I say awesome designs, lovely looking at, and they're all compatible with FDM and SLA printers. And the other great thing is they come with different sort of connectors. Obviously, as you can see, I like to go for the magnets, but you can have the conventional sort of connectors as well, which is just awesome. So yeah, as you can see, I took them into my Anycubic Photon Mono sort of software. Got quite a few tiles here on one board, all pre-supported, or you can have them unsupported. Again, it's nice having that choice, but again, I love them pre-supported because it just saves me a lot of hassle. And yeah, never had any problems with printing these things out. So I've put them through the wash and cure sort of machine. And that's why obviously I'm not wearing gloves. And yeah, so this is why I love these supports. They just peel off a treat. I know some of you people can probably leave comments saying, oh, you should wash it, then get the supports off and then cure it. Yeah, sometimes I do that and sometimes I don't. Mainly because I have used this guy quite a few times now with different wall parts, and I know just how easy the supports come off even after they've been cured. Obviously this is a nice tub of warm water. Well, it's probably more warm to hot. And yeah, the supports just peel off a treat. Everything looks lovely. So it's all been nice and cleaned. And yeah, crack on and get some paint on these bad boys. Although before we do that, as I say, the ones that I've got are magnetized, which means also they've got these nice little holes in them. And the magnets I use are 3mm by 2mm, as that's what obviously the size of these holes are. And I say for me, magnets just make things so much simpler, so much easier. And yeah, I just love how they work. So these are obviously the little suckers. They are obviously pretty tiny. So I have made up this nice little device. Obviously very simple. It's got a magnet in each end. They're reverse polarities. So obviously when I come to do this, I know one end I put into the walls and the other end I do into the pillars. And for this instance, it's the red ones, or the red sort of side. When I put the magnets up, it goes into the walls. Again, this way, there's never any confusion. And as you can see, it's so much easier picking the magnets up doing it like this. And then yeah, quick little wipe, and yeah, they've gone in perfectly lovely and flush. Yeah, job's a good one. And I say, having this tool does make it so much easier, because say these are quite fiddly sometimes. So to pick them up this way, yeah, nice and simple. All you got to do is hover it over, well, anywhere near the magnet. And obviously these are small magnets, but they are pretty strong. So it is quite cool that they get picked up this way. And also this way, you know you're never going to put them in the wrong way, as in putting them in and then when you go to put the pillar against the wall, rather than attracting it, it pushes it away. And yeah, so simple, so easy. Again, another little tool that took sort of seconds to make. But yeah, speeds up this process no end. And as you can see, that was me clearly showing you I'm now using the black end of my little device, just so yeah, so they will attract when I come to put them together. As I doing this, it really didn't take too long at all, which is pretty cool because this pillar has 8 magnets in it. The walls obviously have 4. So yeah, so to try and do it by hand picking these little suckers up would just be a nightmare, and you would end up with glue, well, glue everywhere. And there we go, that's all the walls and the pillars all sort of done. There's a few more magnets I need to put into the pillars, just because again I like to have them so they sort of magnetized to the board. So yeah, so I can lift the board up and basically nothing falls off, which I really like, apart from obviously all the little figures and the tokens and the dice. But in regards to the walls and the pillars, yeah, they just stay in place, which I just think is it's amazing. I say the fact I can change the walls up so quickly and so easily, yeah, just makes the game so much more enjoyable. So I'm just loving using this airbrush. Again, it's the old practice makes perfect, so it's another reason for me to sort of try and use it more. So I got this from Everything Airbrush, link down below guys, go and check them out. And using this on terrain certainly speeds things up no end. So I'm using the Army Painter War Paints Air sort of, well, paint. Because obviously this is designed to go in your airbrush and it's already sort of pre-mixed, which is awesome. So all you got to do is add a few drops of this into your airbrush and yeah, you're good to go, which is just awesome. And I'll also leave a link to their stuff down below as well. So yeah guys, pretty much everything I use, there'll be links down below. I'm not sort of getting things from it. It is just the case of, well, I think they're great products, and yeah, in case you want to sort of get the same for yourself. As you can see, I clearly don't have a spray booth, so I've just got this little box at the moment. Although I have got a little hole cut out the back, and sometimes if I am painting like a lot of stuff, or especially when I'm doing the priming, then I do connect my my Hoover to it. I know this probably isn't the best of options, but again guys, don't forget, I am just a chap sitting in my living room at a desk. I don't have any fancy studios, warehouses, or even a shed. So yeah, sometimes we have to make do with what we've kind of got. Probably should have put gloves on because as you can see I did kind of paint my fingers as much as everything else. But this is where I really love the idea of, this is why I always kind of really wanted an airbrush, is to do the feathering bit. So as you can see, these sort of pillars and walls, I wanted to have them as, well, 3 different colours. So that's why the colours I originally showed you, that's what I'm going to be sort of painting here. So yeah, this set, again, this is the reason why I love using it. It is so easy to clean out. It is simply a case of putting some water in this top bit and then spraying it into this lovely sort of chamber glass jobby thingy. And yeah, it just cleans out the things no end. And again, this is why I love using the Army Painter War Paints sort of range, because I say that they're made for obviously airbrushes, so they're already pre-diluted, and yeah, it makes it so much easier to clean out. So yeah, then just go to the next one. Say this is why again using these the airbrush is to sort of do a feathered effect. So I've got 3 different sort of shades here. I've got a nice sort of pink, to then like a purple, and then a very dark sort of purple. And yeah, again, so quick, so easy. Absolutely love the results. Love doing it. Again, that's the other thing I always sort of say, guys. This hobby is all about fun and trying new things. And yeah, I am definitely trying new things, and I'm having lots of fun here, which is just awesome. But yeah, I think next time I will wear a glove, because well, it didn't take too long getting the paint off, to be honest, because obviously it is water based, which is pretty good. But yeah, I will be wearing a glove next time I'm sort of spraying myself, really. And now on to sort of the last colour at the bottom. So I don't think I did too bad a job doing the old the feathering here. And other than the fact I've got loads of paint on my fingers, yeah, I really do enjoy using this hair gun. Yeah, it's just, I can't say how much fun it is. It's just great. I say, especially for terrain pieces, being able to get so much paint on so quick is just awesome. I have tried to do a couple of miniatures with it, and again, this is where obviously it does take time, practice to get sort of more neater and more precise. Obviously doing large terrain pieces is a lot easier because it is just a case of, well, you're spraying all over the place rather than trying to sort of hit a certain sort of bit of the body or a bit of the arm or whatever it is. But I will persevere, I will keep trying. An Army Painter I've actually just recently sent me out a lovely huge big box of more paints, which should be arriving today. So yeah, I'm looking forward to grabbing hold of them and again doing more and more this painting with the airbrush. So that's the obviously the main colours on there, and now just to mess about and try and do, well, not exactly highlights, but just sort of pick out some of the smaller bits and pieces. And again, this is where practice will make perfect in me trying to do, well, like a smaller, fainter area. So I have been messing about quite a lot with the old the PSI on the airbrush compressor thingy. Again, guys, you know me, I don't know any of the technical terms. I really am a well, a noob at everything, but I like picking things up and, well, having a go. So let me know in the comments, guys, have you been able to get hold of the Leviathan box set? I know this time obviously there is a lot more boxes out there as opposed to the last sort of releases they've done where, well, everything's been sold out within seconds of it going online. I've not got one yet. I'm thinking about getting one. More so, not to obviously play the Warhammer 40k, but just because obviously there's lots of lovely miniatures in there to do some kit bashing with and, well, to have some fun with, really. So the one good thing about painting these Hive walls, and that is you don't really need to be too neat. Well, this is my excuse anyway, as these are meant to be sort of like organic walls made up of, well, living, moving bits and pieces. Yes, I think you can be a bit more looser with the airbrushing here and sort of like, well, not exactly keep within the lines, that's for sure. Yeah, that's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. And again, I loved how this came out. It's definitely got lots of vibrant colour bits in it, and yeah, I just love it. I think this is awesome, and it really does sort of improve the look of the whole sort of kill team or the kill zone board. I say for me, I just love having the fact that I have now got 4 separate areas with completely different sort of looking spaceship interiors, as opposed to the Into the Dark box sets, where I'm sure all 4 of them had exactly the same sort of terrain pieces in them. Obviously you could paint them up differently, but yeah, like I keep saying, I thought the whole idea of the Into the Dark was this big old Gallowdark space sort of, well, amalgamation of sort of hundreds of spaceships over thousands of years to sort of, well, give you a whole variety of all sorts of things going on, which, yeah, the Into the Dark box sets don't seem to really sort of do, I don't think. But yeah, good old Fabricators Lair coming up with these 4 wonderful ideas, wonderful designs, and I say each one looking so different, from the walls to the pillars, and as you can clearly see here, even the doors are so different. Yeah, not too sure I'd want to go through this door because it looks like it would just sort of chomp you as you go through, but yeah, just absolutely love how it all looks. So I'm pretty much done. I just wanted to add a little bit of sort of darkness to the bottoms, so I've got some black in here, but I have actually put in some of the airbrush thinner just to make it, well, thinner, just because I didn't want it to be sort of like black, but definitely having a bit more of a darker sort of look to it. And yeah, this is how they've all come out. Again, I know some people might say, oh, it's a bit messy, a bit sloppy and all the rest of it, but we're each to their own. We all paint things how we want them to look, and I say for me this was a lot of fun. I'm pleased with how these look, and yeah, I think they look great on the table, which is the main thing. So I did a similar thing to obviously the floor tiles. I've kind of kept them a little bit darker, and did go over them with a very light spray of black watered down. Again, just to make them look a bit dirtier so they look like being walked on. And again, this is where I've obviously cut 2 bits up because I want them to sort of merge together. Again, the whole idea of this spaceship is, well, spaceships that have been sort of merged together. It does what it says on the tin. And yeah, then it's just a simple case. Again, this is why I love this whole sort of system setup I've got, that I can change the tiles if I get bored of them, or just want to move them around, or mix it all up, or if Fabricators Lair start doing even more spaceship interiors. I mean, so they've already done 4, which is just awesome. Yeah, just so nice and easy to sort of put everything together. And obviously say here's the sort of sections that are half and half. So I've actually got 4 sections around the outside, and I've got the centre tiles painted a little bit differently, because I must say I would really like to have 5 different sort of spaceship interiors, which would just really make this thing just look awesome. And that's kind of what I say about magnets. I think they are just awesome. To say this is all magnetized, everything sort of stays where it is. Obviously if you knock it really hard you are going to knock bits off, but on the whole this does stay together, and in fact you can lift it up, move it around, and yeah, nothing sort of falls out of place. And there we go, there's my new Hive sort of ship section, and yeah, it's beautiful. So I've already had a couple of games using this with my mate, and yeah, it's just so much fun having areas looking so different. which is just really, really good. As I say, these magnets on all of the bits, so you can mix and match walls, pillars with other sort of the walls and pillars, which is pretty good. And yeah, as obviously you can sort of notice there, all the doors I've done the old sort of warning black and yellow chevrons on, just to make it easy for both of us to be able to see, well, where doors are. But yeah, absolutely love it, guys. So yeah, let me know, guys, what you think of this. Obviously, if you play kill teams and you've got your own sort of kill zone board, or if you're using the Into the Dark one, obviously this is my favourite game. I love this game, and yeah, I just can't say I love it enough. Which is why obviously I love the board and the fact that I can sort of keep changing it out as I'm going along, really. And talking of doors, I love the way that these ones just slide up and down. Yeah, the Into the Dark ones, I've found they kind of got in the way sometimes when you've got an operative standing behind the door. You try and open it, and yeah, it becomes a right old pain. So doors that slide up and down are just beautiful because they don't sort of impact in any way on any of the figures, which is just awesome. Oh, one last thing I should have mentioned, this video is sponsored by Fabricator's Lair. But yeah, so go check his stuff out, link down below as well. I just love the look of all these walls, all these pillars, and as I say, for me, the aesthetics here is just awesome and really makes me enjoy this game even more. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Another video on the screen, guys. Give that a click, see more of what I do. I just wanted to thank all my lovely patrons for helping support the channel, as it does mean I can continue to keep making videos like this one. Okay, guys, that's it. Take care. Bye for now.